What if I told you that a single change in visa policy, a simple fee hike, could send shockwaves through the entire global tech industry? It might sound dramatic, but that's exactly what's happening right now. The H-1B visa, a program that's been the backbone of America's tech workforce for decades, is at the center of a storm that's shaking up not just Silicon Valley, but the entire world of innovation. This isn't just a bureaucratic shuffle or a minor tweak in paperwork, it's a seismic shift that's forcing companies, workers, and even entire countries to rethink their strategies, their futures, and their place in the global tech race. The stakes? Nothing less than the future of innovation, economic growth, and the very idea of the American dream. The H-1B visa drama isn't just a headline, it's a real crisis with real consequences. Let's break down what's happening, why it matters, and how it could change the future of technology as we know it. Because behind every news alert and policy memo, there are real people, real companies, and real dreams on the line. And as the world watches, the ripple effects are spreading far beyond the borders of the United States. Here's the scoop. The H-1B visa has long been a lifeline for tech talent from around the world, allowing skilled professionals to bring their expertise to the US and help drive innovation. For years, it's been the ticket for thousands of engineers, developers, and scientists to join the ranks of companies like Google, Amazon, and countless startups. But now, everything's changing. The rules of the game have shifted, and the path to opportunity is suddenly filled with new obstacles. For many, the H-1B was more than just a work permit. It was a symbol of hope, a bridge to a better life, and a chance to contribute to some of the most exciting projects on the planet. Now that bridge is looking shakier than ever. As of this year, the application fee for the H-1B visa has skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping $100,000. That's right, what used to be a manageable cost for companies is now a massive financial hurdle. And if you think that's the only change, think again. The traditional lottery system, which gave every applicant a fair shot, has been scrapped. In its place, a new weighted selection process that gives priority to those with the highest salaries. This isn't just a tweak, it's a fundamental reimagining of how America decides who gets to join its innovation engine. The message is clear. Only the most expensive, highly paid talent need apply. For many, this means the door to opportunity is slamming shut. This new system means that only the highest paid workers are likely to get a visa. For companies, it's a game changer. Suddenly, hiring international talent isn't just about finding the best person for the job, it's about who can command the biggest paycheck. Smaller startups and mid-sized firms, which often rely on H-1B talent to compete with the giants, are finding themselves priced out of the market. The result? A tech landscape that's increasingly dominated by the biggest players, while smaller innovators struggle to keep up. The diversity of ideas, backgrounds, and experiences that once fueled Silicon Valley's rise is now at risk of being replaced by a more homogeneous, less dynamic workforce. For startups, this is more than just a financial challenge. It's an existential threat. Many of the most disruptive companies in history started with a handful of international founders and employees working late nights and weekends to build something new. Now those same dreamers are facing a wall of red tape and skyrocketing costs. The next big breakthrough in software, hardware, or biotech might never see the light of day, simply because the right team couldn't come together. And for the workers themselves, the message is clear. Unless you're already at the top of the pay scale, your chances of making it to the US are slimmer than ever. For tech giants like Google, Amazon, and Infosys, the impact is immediate and severe. Hiring freezes are being announced, projects are being delayed, and costs are spiraling out of control. Even the biggest players are feeling the pinch as they scramble to adjust to the new rules and figure out how to keep their innovation engines running. The competition for top talent is fiercer than ever, and companies are being forced to make tough choices about which projects to prioritize, which teams to support, and which dreams to put on hold. The ripple effects are being felt in boardrooms, labs, and offices around the world. Imagine this. A cutting-edge AI project poised to change the world suddenly stalls because the key researchers can't get their visas approved. Or a promising startup on the verge of a breakthrough has to shut its doors because it can't afford the new fees. These aren't just hypotheticals, they're real risks that the industry is facing right now. The loss of global talent could mean missing out on the next big thing in tech. From artificial intelligence to cybersecurity to biotech, the pace of innovation slows, and the competitive edge that made the US a magnet for the world's best and brightest begins to dull. The consequences aren't just economic, they're cultural, social, and deeply personal. The impact isn't limited to the workplace. Universities and research institutions, which have long relied on international students and scholars to drive discovery, are also feeling the strain. Fewer H-1B visas mean fewer opportunities for graduates to stay and contribute, leading to a potential brain drain as talent looks elsewhere. The collaborative spirit that has defined American innovation for generations is under threat as barriers to entry grow higher and the path to success becomes more uncertain. But the ripple effects go far beyond the tech sector. These changes are sending shockwaves through the global economy and stirring up geopolitical tensions. Countries around the world are watching closely, and some are already taking action. The H-1B visa isn't just a work permit, it's a symbol of America's openness to global talent, and its sudden transformation is making waves in boardrooms and government offices from New Delhi to Beijing. The message being sent is loud and clear. The rules of engagement are changing, and everyone needs to adapt. India, which sends more H-1B workers to the US than any other country, is especially concerned. The Indian government is closely monitoring the situation, and tech companies in India are rethinking their strategies. Meanwhile, China is seizing the opportunity to ramp up its own talent programs, hoping to attract the world's best and brightest, who might now think twice about heading to the US. And in Washington, policymakers are caught in a fierce debate. Should America protect domestic jobs, or stay competitive in a global market that thrives on diversity and innovation? The choices made now will shape not just the future of tech, but the balance of power in the global economy. Other countries aren't standing still. Canada, the UK, Australia, and Singapore are all rolling out the red carpet for skilled workers, offering streamlined visa processes, incentives, and pathways to permanent residency. The global competition for talent is heating up, and the US risks losing its edge if it can't adapt. For many skilled professionals, the dream of working in Silicon Valley is being replaced by new opportunities in Toronto, London, or Singapore. The world map of innovation is being redrawn in real time. It's a delicate balancing act, a true tightrope walk. On one side, there's pressure to safeguard American jobs and address concerns about wage suppression. On the other, there's the undeniable need for top-tier talent to keep the US at the forefront of technological progress. Every decision has consequences, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The challenge is to find a path that protects workers without sacrificing the innovation and dynamism that have made America a global leader. It's a debate with no easy answers, and every stakeholder, from lawmakers to business leaders to workers themselves, has a different vision for the future. And let's not forget the human side of this story. For thousands of workers and their families, the H-1B visa isn't just a piece of paper, it's the key to their dreams. Many have invested years, even decades, in building their lives and careers in the US. They've studied at American universities, worked for top companies, and contributed to the economy in countless ways. Now they're facing a future filled with uncertainty and anxiety. The emotional toll is immense. Families are separated, plans are put on hold, and the sense of belonging that once defined the immigrant experience is being replaced by fear and doubt. Imagine the stress of not knowing whether you'll be able to stay in the country you've come to call home. Careers are on hold, families are making contingency plans, and futures are hanging in the balance. For many, the American dream is slipping further out of reach, replaced by a sense of instability and fear. The uncertainty isn't just about jobs, it's about identity, community, and the hope for a better future. The ripple effects touch every aspect of life, from education to housing to mental health. Support networks are being stretched to the limit. Immigration lawyers are overwhelmed with calls, community organizations are stepping in to help families navigate the maze of new rules, and friends and neighbors are rallying to provide comfort and advice. The sense of solidarity is strong, but so is the sense of loss. For every success story, there are countless others who are left in limbo, waiting for answers that may never come. So what's next? Policymakers are under intense pressure to find solutions. Some are calling for a return to the lottery system, while others want to see even stricter rules. Companies are exploring new ways to adapt, ramping up remote work, offshoring key projects, and lobbying for more flexible immigration policies. The debate is fierce, and the outcome will shape the future of the tech industry for years to come. The choices made in the coming months will determine whether the US remains a beacon for global talent or cedes its leadership to new contenders on the world stage. One thing's for sure, the H-1B saga is far from over. Every day brings new developments, new challenges, and new voices joining the conversation. The world is watching, and the decisions made now will have ripple effects across industries, economies, and lives. The story of the H-1B visa is about more than just policy. It's about people, progress, and the power of dreams. And as the debate rages on, one thing is clear. The future of tech, and the future of America as a land of opportunity, hangs in the balance. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and keep up with the latest in tech, policy, and global trends, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. We'll be breaking down the news, analyzing the impact, and bringing you stories from the front lines of innovation and immigration. Don't miss out on the updates that could shape your future. Whether you're a tech professional, a student, or just someone who cares about the future of innovation, this is the place to be for insights, analysis, and real stories from the people living through these changes. The world of tech is changing fast, and the H-1B visa chaos is just the beginning. Stay tuned, because you don't want to miss what's coming next. The next chapter in this story could redefine not just the tech industry, but the very way we think about borders, opportunity, and the future of work. So buckle up, the ride is just getting started.